Another night will soon pass, and somewhere near the great house at Collinwood, a woman is being held prisoner by Count Potoffi. She has been unable to give him the information he needs. Now Potoffi has decreed that Julia Hoffman shall die, but not in an ordinary way. She has been made the bait in a fiendish trap. And now Barnabas Collins is about to walk into that trap.
Aristide, you're a dead man, do you hear me? I will kill you for this! Julia, can you hear me?
Barnabas.
Can you talk? Can you feel any pain?
No pain.
But the bullet couldn't have missed you.
No, I felt it hit me.
But Julia, there's no blood, there's no wound. How is this possible?
I don't understand.
We can't stay here. Potoffi will be back. I'll help you back to the rectory.
Barnabas, what's wrong?
Look at the back of this chair. The bullet shattered it.
My dear Angelique.
What are you doing here?
I was looking for Quentin. Where is he?
How should I know?
You are his fiancée, aren't you?
I don't own him.
But it has occurred to you.
It was nice seeing you again, Count Potoffi.
Just a moment. Since Quentin isn't here, I'd like to have a few words with you.
About what?
We might discuss the utter absurdity of your marriage with Quentin.
I find nothing absurd about it.
Tell me, does he know everything there is to know about you?
Yes.
I see. Does he even know you are not, shall we say, an ordinary being?
In the first place, that is none of your concern.
You will learn that it is.
What do you mean?
Quentin and I have just made an agreement. Under the terms of that agreement, Quentin has no choice but to do as I say. If I tell him to call off this marriage, he must call it off.
Quentin is not a piece of property. He doesn't belong to you.
In fact, my dear, he does.
I don't believe you.
When you see him again, you can ask him. In the meantime, you needn't be upset. I have no objection to this marriage taking place.
How very magnanimous of you.
Provided you understand you are never to interfere with my plans.
Count Potoffi, I will do whatever I need to do. You don't control me.
Would that I did, my dear. What a pity we've been at odds for so long. Has it ever occurred to you what power we could wield together?
Are you making me an offer?
I'm merely asking you to consider the possibility of such an alliance.
I am not interested.
I must confess, my dear Angelique, your ulterior motives still elude me.
I have no ulterior motives.
Surely you're marrying Quentin merely for the sake of becoming his wife.
You and I have nothing further to discuss. Good evening, Count Potoffi. What are you laughing at?
At you, my dear, and at myself for misjudging you so completely.
Misjudging?
I never suspected that your motives might be so human, so feminine. You're in love with him. I see it in your eyes. You, of all creatures, are completely in love. Tell me, my dear, what human emotion will you aspire to next? Compassion?
How do you feel now?
Still a little weak.
By all rule of logic, you should be dead, Julia.
Yes, as I know.
But the bullet must have passed through you. We both saw what it did to that chair.
Barnabas, I can think of only one explanation that makes any sense.
What is it?
When you came back to the past, your physical body remained in the future. The same thing must have happened to me.
But that doesn't account for the fact that you went unharmed tonight. I'm still vulnerable. Why aren't you?
Because you existed in this time before. You had a host body here to receive your essence. I did not.
Meaning you are here only in essence.
Yes. As my physical being is still in the present.
It's incredible.
But Barnabas, don't you understand? This means I'm not in any danger at all from Potoffi. There's no way he can harm me while I'm here.
You said yourself that you felt the impact of the bullet, and it did leave you rather weak.
I'm sure that was all psychological. I expected to be killed when the gun went off, and I just simply reacted accordingly.
Well, let's hope you're right.
I know I am. Now come. I've got to give you a second injection before dawn.
But are you strong enough? Perhaps we should wait until tomorrow night.
Oh, no, we can't. I've worked out a strict schedule for these things, and it's important that we follow this schedule.
But even if the injection does work, we still have to depend on someone else to help with my plans.
Who?
The only person who is capable of doing it. Angelique.
Angelique?
Yes.
She is here?
Yes, she put in an appearance about a week ago. Just a week after that I arrived from the present.
She's the perennial bad penny, isn't she?
Yes, and it pains me to have to go to her for help, but I have a feeling this is one time that she will be more than willing to help.
Why?
She's planning to marry Quentin Collins.
Marry him? Does he have any idea what she is?
Yes, but she's managed to maneuver him into it. But now that Potoffi is on the scene, Angelique has a threat from him. They've already fought twice. She will be more than willing to take our offer. So we must try to get her immediately.
Where can I find her?
At Collinwood.
All right, Barnabas. I'll get a message to her in the morning. I'll have the answer for you when you awaken at dusk. Now, take off your jacket. I've got to get this done.
Charles, you received my note.
Yes, I got your note. It said that you'd be here to meet me. I've been waiting for you for 2 hours.
I had a pressing matter to attend to. Hasn't Aristide been entertaining you?
Aristide is not here.
How odd. I left him here with a job to do. Should have finished it mid-back by now. Something is wrong. So, Barnabas Collins was willing to risk his own skin to save his lady friend. She must be very important to him. Very important indeed. Well, they will both pay for this with their lives.
Please come in. Your eyes are not deceiving you. I am who you think I am.
How can you be?
You're here. Barnabas is here. Why not me?
But you're not like Barnabas and me.
I'm human.
I don't understand.
I'm here. What is there to understand?
Well, how you came here and why?
Oh, I came because Barnabas needed me.
Oh, I see you haven't changed. You're still always ready to help Barnabas whenever he needs you.
May I simply get directly to the reason that I sent for you?
Let me give you one word of advice, Dr. Hoffman. The pursuit of Barnabas Collins can lead to nothing but misery. He is a cold, harsh, unresponsive man.
Who made him that way?
All right, tell me why you sent for me.
Barnabas needs your help.
Well, that hardly comes as a surprise. I hope he didn't bring you all the way here to tell me that. He could have told me himself.
I'm here for another reason.
What?
I will answer that when you give me your answer.
I've told Barnabas many times that he's a fool not to return to his own time.
He couldn't go back before. He hadn't finished his work here.
His work will never be finished here. He's changed history too much.
Will you please help him?
Why? Why should I?
Because you have everything to gain.
I fail to see how.
Barnabas told me about your relationship with Quentin.
There's nothing to do with Barnabas.
Angelique, if you don't help Barnabas, you may never get Quentin.
Why? What do you mean?
Something's happened that has placed Quentin under great obligation to Count Petofi.
Count Petofi will not prevent my marriage to Quentin.
What good is it to be married to someone who is not really yours, whose loyalty is to someone else? Wouldn't you want to defeat Count Petofi?
If I was unable to defeat him, how does Barnabas expect to?
Oh, alone he can't, any more than you could. But Barnabas is convinced that with your help, he has part of a plan and you can help him realize it.
What is the plan?
What is your answer?
I'm sorry, Dr. Hoffman. I must insist on knowing what Barnabas has in mind before I commit myself.
This is most disturbing. Aristide is nowhere to be found.
Look, why don't you stop worrying about Aristide? He's going to come back. He always does.
I didn't like him to disappear. Perhaps he's afraid of facing me after bungling his job. He's right to be afraid. I'm most displeased with what happened.
Listen, why don't you just tell me what you want me to
Am
do
I
here?
trying your patience?
Yes, you're
Charles?
trying my patience.
Well, we mustn't interfere with your proper rest. Come here, Charles. Look at this book. These wands. Do they mean anything to you?
No, they don't mean anything.
You know nothing of the I Ching or how it works.
Nothing.
Think back, Charles, to the days before I made you so respectable. Think of the acquaintances you had then. A rather curious lot of people, weren't they? Some of them even dabbled in magic and the black arts, if memory serves me correctly.
Yes, they did.
Who among them practiced this particular form of divination? I can see you're remembering something, Charles, and I believe it pains you.
You shouldn't be toying with these things, Petofi.
Why not?
Because if you haven't mastered them, they could be very dangerous.
How do you know that?
Because I saw them used once in New York. In an artist's apartment. A woman went into a trance. Well, when she started, she was in the trance, she started to scream. To scream if something or somebody was trying to kill her.
And what happened then?
Must have been a horrible nightmare because...
Go on. Go on!
Because right in front of her eyes, her hair turned white, and when we finally got her out of the trance, she was mad. She was completely mad.
So, Dr. Hoffman was telling the truth after all. I want to thank you, Charles. I will proceed with my plan to go to the future, but I must exercise greater caution. I must find a way to use this I Ching without placing my life in jeopardy.
It's a very clever plan, Julia. One that won't be easy to execute, but that doesn't bother me.
And you're willing to help.
Since it may dispose of Count Potoffi, yes.
Now, how do you plan to do it?
I'm curious about your role in all of this. These injections you've been giving Barnabas. What guarantee do you have that they'll be successful?
Well, there's no absolute guarantee, but the chances are very good.
Then I'm convinced he really is a fool. If he can be cured, he'll have what he's wanted for almost 200 years. He'll be able to go back to the future and live a normal, happy life.
Angelique, I must ask you what you are going to use to provide us with what we need. Angelique, this is no time to be mysterious. Tell me the answer.
You'll know soon enough, Julia.
Angelique! Yes. Yes, it will work.
We must get another message to Angelique and tell her that it must be done sooner than we thought.
Why?
We can't give Potoffi too much time to maneuver. By now, he probably knows that you are not dead.
But
Means he'll make another move against you.
Barnabas, you know that there's nothing he can do to harm me.
I know that. And I know that he will find out that. Sooner than you think. Then he'll change his tactics and harass you to the point where you'll be unable to help me.
Then the thing for me to do is to stay in hiding.
Yes. That won't keep you out of his thoughts, though. And now we must go through with this. Quickly. Before he changes his mind and makes the next major move.
Having second thoughts?
I had to see the painting for myself.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know what to think.
You still don't believe what I told you?
If you were me, would you believe it?
I guess I wouldn't want to believe it.
At least you understand how I feel.
Look, Amanda, I never saw you before I did that portrait. March 11th, 1895. Now, that's the first day that you remember anything.
Please, you've gone all over that before. I didn't come here to go over it
Well,
again.
tell me, why did you come here?
Just to look at it.
No, you came here to find out if I told you the truth.
If it were the truth, I wouldn't want to know about it. The thought that I could be some kind of an unnatural creature, the figment in someone's imagination, is frightening.
Frightening? Don't you think it's frightening to me that I have some kind of a strange power? Look, I've seen it. I tell you, I've seen it. And I'll show you.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna give you a little demonstration.
You've already done that before and nothing happened.
Look, I can't explain why nothing happened before. I don't have any more idea about this power than you do.
There is no power at all. It's just coincidence.
All right. Then let me prove it to you. Now. It's almost finished.
What is it you're drawing?
Just a sketch. A sketch of a man. An ordinary man. No name, no identity, and no previous physical existence. There. A man totally the creation of Charles Delaware Tate.